Hi, everybody. So for this week's video, I just want to talk some about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and some information about vintage figures and some resources that I want to share with all of you following me on YouTube. So first thing is the Facebook group, TMNT Fans and Collectors. This is a Facebook group that I created and that I manage for just fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This group actually started out as a Super 7 fan group, and I changed it to anything related to TMNT because honestly, some of the issues that was going on with Super 7 kind of made me change how I feel about them as a company. And I think actually what I'm going to do for my next video is I'm going to talk about my opinions with some of the new Ninja Turtle products coming out from Super 7 and NECA and other companies. So that'll probably be next week's video. For this video, I want to focus on the vintage toys. But this group did start out as just a Super 7 TMNT Ultimates group, and then I decided to change it to just anything TMNT related. So if you have Facebook and if you're interested, this is a public group. I have it opened up to anybody who wants to join. I do try to monitor it and manage it as best that I can. But it really, I didn't want it to be one of those groups with a whole bunch of really strict rules and, just one of these groups that get kind of real crazy and out of control on Facebook. I try to keep the buying and selling to a minimum so that this group doesn't become just all about buying and selling. I rather it just be a resource for TMNT fans to just post pictures, post things that they love about the property, and just more of a community page, not all about buying and selling and not all about one particular, brand or company or product or anything like that. So feel free to join and feel free to post pictures or, just some, discussion things, or if you find links to, products or, items, whatever, you can feel free to post those to the Facebook group. So the other really important resource that I want to share is this TMNTtoys.com, which is essentially the, a huge, very, very helpful database on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. So if you, I'm going to close the Facebook. And if you look here, it has got I have it set to the vintage toys. So if you scroll down, it's all by year. It starts off with, the very first assortment. And if you go back up, it has the Next Mutation. It has the 2003 series. It has the 2012 series. It has so much. It has everything. So again, this is tmnttoys.com. This is not my website. I am not affiliated with this website in any way, shape, or form. But this is a really, really helpful resource to me as a Ninja Turtle fan and collector. I go on this website at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week. But it's really great because if I open up the first link here, it has, pictures of all the figures. And then if you click on one of these links, it will take you to the actual figure. It shows you all of the accessories. It tells you the description that it has. It shows you a lot of them in packaging. It doesn't have all of them in packaging, but it has the vast majority of them. And all the re-releases and just everything you can imagine. This is a really, really fantastic resource, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who is collecting vintage Ninja Turtles, especially. This is also really, really helpful if you are shopping on eBay for Ninja Turtle accessories. And if you are trying to, figure out what accessory came with what figure, it shows them in the package. It shows them right here. It shows you a description of all of them. Really, really great resource. So I would highly recommend this as well. And then the other thing that I want to show you is what I've actually done to help organize my collection. So I'm going to share my first document here, which is what I did is I took screenshots of all the different pictures of the figures from the TMNT figure archive website that I just showed you. And I basically just copied and pasted the screenshots into a Word document. And then I can, instead of having to continuously click through the website, I can just have everything on one Word document. So I did that. And then I made a different document where I can cross them off. So this is how I keep track of my TMNT vintage collection and what figures I have. Excuse me. So the ones that are crossed off in black are the ones I have loose. The ones crossed off in red are the ones I have mint on card. And the ones crossed off in blue, I have a mint on card and a loose version. So vast majority are crossed off in black because vast majority, I just have them loose on my shelf. If you watched my toy room tour video from last week, I gave everybody a really, really good look at my entire collection of Ninja Turtle toys, including the vintage figures that I have. So you can see that I have a lot of them. Most of the variants, like the sports variants, the rock and roll variants, the military variants, etc., I only get the Raphael versions of those because Raphael is my favorite turtle. So I just basically kind of stick to that. Some of them, like the storage shell turtles, I have all four, and the monster turtles, I have all of them except Michelangelo. So this is how I keep track of which vintage figures I have in my collection. It just really helps me stay organized and stay on top of what I have and what I don't have. And then I save all these to a Google Drive so I can also have access to them on my phone. So when I'm out and about, like if I'm at a toy show or something and I need to reference something, I can do that through Google Drive on my phone. So it's really helpful to have. The other thing that I have a separate Excel spreadsheet that keeps track of which accessories I need. So a lot of these figures, I do have all of their accessories. Some figures, I might need a couple accessories. And then some accessories, they're so expensive that I kind of face reality and just realize I'll probably never have, those accessories. And that's fine. I'm not going to spend $100 on, a little weapon for a figure that costs me 15 or 20 bucks. It just doesn't make sense to me. But you never know. Sometimes you're on eBay, sometimes you're at a toy show or a flea market or something, and you spot an accessory for, $2 or $3, or you spot it in just like a 50-cent bin of things. And hey, jump on it, because those Ninja Turtle accessories, they're usually pretty easy to spot because of, the bright colors and just the type of weapons they are. So again, if you use that TMNT Toys figure archive website, that can really help you learn a lot of the accessories and what they look like and the specific colors for the specific characters. And then you can, build up your collection that way. Another thing that I did, like I mentioned, Raphael is my favorite Ninja Turtle. So I actually made a spreadsheet of all the Raphael figures from all the different toy lines, starting with the original figures in '88 and literally the 2003 series, the 2012 series, everything that's Raphael, all the different Raphael variants. And I'm keeping track of which ones I have, which ones I want, and which ones I may never have because they're so rare or so expensive. So I really like keeping track of my collection using spreadsheets. And this is just what I do with the Raphael figures. That way I can keep track of which Raphael figures I have and which Raphael figures I still need. You know, another thing I wanted to do in this video is I just wanted to mention why Raphael is my favorite turtle. And anyone who is watching this video on my YouTube channel, I would love for you to tell me who your favorite Ninja Turtle is and why. So Raphael is my favorite turtle, probably because as a kid, I was really shy. And I loved how Raphael would tell people how it is. And he was very sarcastic. And I really aspired to be like that, even though I knew that was just not me. That's just not how I am. It's funny because Donatello is probably the turtle that I identify the most, because I was always just kind of like the nerdy, geeky kid, really into, you know, math and science and stuff. And that's probably my least favorite turtle. And I think that's just because, just being a nerdy kid, that's the turtle I identified with the most. So the turtle that I wanted to be the most, and I wanted to be kind of like this badass who just told people off and told people how it is, and that's Raphael. So, but you know, sometimes people get into kind of these little petty arguments about which Ninja Turtle is the best. I love all 4 turtles. I mean, I think that they all have really great personalities. I think they all have their, you know, their good and bad parts about them. Of course, the cartoon series is the thing that's kind of burned into my memory the most. And they had very, very specific personalities in that cartoon. And I enjoyed all of them. I really liked all of it. But Raphael was definitely my favorite. And just to save money and save on space with all this crazy toy collecting, I had to kind of draw the line somewhere. So I just said to myself, all right, you're going to just stick to Raphael. That's what you're going to do for all the different variants, all the toys that are super expensive, so like the giant size NECA toys, you know, some of the other figures that are just super, you know, just super expensive, hard to find. I just tend to stick to Raphael, unless for whatever reason I just really like them, or if I could just get them for super cheap, or in, you know, like in a, you know, collection on eBay, and it's just cheaper to buy a bunch at once. That's fine. And then sometimes I can trade or sell the ones that I don't want. So it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. You know, if you go to flea markets, if you go to, you know, toy shows in your area, you know, checking out the vintage Ninja Turtles. And, you know, another thing that's fun is sometimes, you know, you may find one that's in a little bit better shape than what you have in your collection, and you can kind of upgrade the one that you have. So, you know, if I find a figure that I already have, but it's in a lot better shape, it doesn't have as much scuffs, it doesn't have as much scratches on it, I'll buy the figure if it's a really good price, and then, you know, sell, you know, the one that I already have or something like that. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I don't have any of my Ninja Turtles from my childhood, because I sold all of them to pay for a semester of college. So I don't have like a strong connection to any of my vintage Ninja Turtle figures, because none of them are figures that I had, you know, as a little kid. They're all figures that I've rebought as an adult, you know, on eBay or at toy shows or whatever. So I really don't feel bad upgrading, you know, any of them if I happen to find one that's in better shape, you know, somewhere in person. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I just wanted to, again, talk about the vintage Ninja Turtle toys, some of the resources, some of the things that I use in my collecting habits. I hope that some of this was helpful to you. You know, feel free to leave a comment on this video if you have any questions, or if you want to reach out via the Facebook group, feel free to do that as well. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.